Hi everyone, so this is group 6. Today we're presenting project 3 and our group is composed of Katie, John, Nick, and Molly. So our problem statement was looking at the Google Analytics sample data set and asking what strategies can the company implement in order to increase revenue. Our dependent variable was revenue and our independent variables were device, source, country, and city. So the first independent variable we looked at was device. We created a query relating revenue in device and source and found that the direct website accounted for about 77% of the revenue and the desktop sales dominated mobile and tablet sales. We then used linear regressions to evaluate the revenue based on device with the direct source and without the direct source. With the direct source, our revenue was about $1.5 trillion and was 1.3 predicted. The desktop dominated mobile and tablet sales again, and without the direct source, the gap increased even more, with predicted revenue only being about $119.2 billion. So what we drew from this was that the mobile and tablet sales need to really optimize the direct traffic source in order to keep up with the desktop.
Okay, so then we wanted to use linear regression to predict the total number of transactions by the source and the country. So the top country for transactions was the US, and we took the US data and changed it to the percentage of US transactions from each source, and Google was the clear top winner on the number of transactions for that.
The next variable we focused on was traffic source. So this dashboard details all things traffic source. The pie chart, tree map, and table detail basic findings about which traffic source generates the most revenue, visits, and transactions. Then we did a couple predictions, one for the already more established traffic sources, and then one for Quora.com, which is one of the ones we think Google should focus more on in the future.
Then we looked at region and city in comparison to revenue, with showing a table, bar chart, pie chart, and a map. We see that San Francisco is number 1 with 2.9 billion in revenue. New York number 2, Chicago number 3, Sunnyvale number 4.
So our conclusion for device-specific revenue was that Google should focus on improving its popular devices and platforms, as well as research and development of less revenue-building areas. Our data suggests that web application is a successful model already, so mobile applications can be improved with APIs, including a more friendly user interface and tracking progress of plugin downloads.
So we concluded that the merchandise store should continue to utilize and improve efficiency for the main traffic sources, Google, DFA, and Gmail, because these sources generate over 90% of total revenue alone. And then we said that they should also spend less money on sites like YouTube and partners, which generate lots of visits to the store, but very little revenue.
Yeah, so there are my conclusions at the top, and our recommendation is to expand the marketing efforts from these top sources in the United States, but also shift a little bit of focus to conducting research for how we can generate sales in these other cultures and the ones that, you know, they don't have as many sales as the US.
Yeah, so then we look at popular cities again and regions, San Francisco, New York, Chicago, and Sunnyvale. Our takeaway here is that Google should further invest in expansion of its devices to other cities that aren't as strong generators. These regions where they don't have much market power, if they expand there, can definitely make an impact and increase revenue. Now we're looking at importance of fearlessness. Katie, you want to start us off?
It allows us to discover more of an area we wouldn't have before.
And Molly.
So I said that it helped me, you know, develop a positive mindset about the course and the projects so that I could activate my full potential in the class.
Being fearless allowed me to apply class concepts to group projects and actually apply what we were learning.
Yeah, it helped me develop a positive mindset so that I could activate my full potential in the course. Thank you guys.